Champion Michael Smith has just been knocked out at a Happy Bet International Darts Open. The world #1, Michael van Gerwen, withdrew before he even threw a dart due to medical problems. Could this be the tournament that Dave Chisnall finally claims a European Tour title in 2016? Twice he has made the final, twice he has come unstuck. Michael van Gerwen did for him, and James Wade did for him in Hamburg as well. But Chizzy is a very, very real contender. Joint favourite for the title before the action started today, along with Peter Snakeby-Wright, who we will see in action later on this evening against Steve West. Jelle Klaasen and Chris Dobey on after this. Klaasen and Dobey both in that quarter of the draw where van Gerwen has just vacated it and left a couple of debutants in the last 16. Jordi Meeuwissen and Ryan Meikle. Simon Whitlock and Devin Peterson will square off in the penultimate game of the night, followed by Kim Huybrechts, two-time European Tour champion, against Joe Cullen, who's been playing some very good darts and looks to be in the mood this weekend. But Dave Chisnall's got to get past Jermaine Wattimena, the machine gun here.
First leg is Jermaine to throw first. Game on.
I'm Dan Dawson, and alongside me for this one is Rob Malarkey.
Yeah, as you say, Chizzy's been knocking on the door this year, twice going close.
125.
And you have to say, he won't get a better chance than this. The winner to face Andy Bolton as well, so perhaps Chizzy wouldn't be human right now if he wasn't counting his chickens to some extent. But let's not forget that Chizzy had problems early on in Dusseldorf last time out, losing in the second round to qualifier Jan Dekker. So Chizzy, by the same token, will not be taking anything for granted. Made the point with Ronnie Huybrechts earlier as well. Wattimena certainly has a lot of momentum behind him. He's won 5 matches in the space of 24 hours, effectively. 2 sets of qualifiers on Thursday night, and then his first round match yesterday as well. So he's got winning
140
form behind him, a good head of steam. And he's in that habit of picking up match victories.
Well, Chizzy's just back from Australia, having made the final of the Perth Darts Masters, got beaten in the final by Michael van Gerwen.
115.
But he's got no real problem in travelling all the way around the world and then playing his best darts. You've got to remember,
100.
He flew back from the World Series, went and played in Barnsley, won that, and the next day flew off to Tokyo to go and play in the World Series. Look at this.
It's all just a blur
61
for Chizzy. And, well, Wattimena, firm favourite here to win the first leg on his throw.
65. Jermaine, you require
Chizzy just getting a little bit frustrated. He's not finding that treble 20 that he's so adept at hitting.
First leg. Jermaine Wattimena.
Wattimena gets the first leg on the board. It's just a hold of throw, so no reason to panic for Chizzy just yet. He's got an opportunity now to put in a strong leg and level it up. And he's finding his way to that red bit. Not that way.
81.
Mentioned those 5 match wins for Wattimena since Thursday night.
60.
Hasn't dropped or didn't drop more than 2 legs in any of those victories either. Mariusz Paul and Janos Vegso, 6-1 apiece in the qualifiers for this.
79.
And then Nandor Bezeg.
Cheeky Nandor.
Another Hungarian. More on that later, by the way. And Ron Moulenkamp, 6-2, 6-1 respectively. And then yesterday in the first round, Jeffrey Desvan, 6-2.
Yeah, Desvan, a little bit disappointing performance from him. He's won that 6-2 Wattimena. He only averaged 86.7. I mean, it wasn't stunning
134.
But you got the job done, and that's all you can ask. And this is pretty good.
140.
He needed to fill it up to get to a finish. Chizzy still with his considerable proboscis in front in this leg. Now then, yes, Chiz. Well, you don't want another one. That'll leave you 27. 70. Oh, okay, fair enough. Let's do that. Okay. Right, Chiz, you're the boss.
It's you, Dave.
45. Dave, you require 27.
You know what? Maybe it was a stunning piece of... now he suddenly realised. I was going to say, I think the benefit of the doubt, say it's a stunning piece of tactical work from Chiz there to just put his opponent off, and he only puts in 45.
The second leg, Dave
but no, Chiz has just looked at his score and they're going,
Game on.
Like that. Still, clears that up very easily. 1 apiece.
100.
Mentioned Jermaine Wattimena's momentum as well.
85.
He's another player who has just got the act of qualifying for European Tour events down to an absolute T at the moment. Made his
96.
debut at the European Grand Prix last October. This year, he's qualified for all bar Hamburg.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
And he's made it through to Mulheim, as I
134.
said, next weekend as well.
And when you talk to the European lads and the various entourages and managers, they'll say
57.
they're the first to complain about the host nation qualifiers for Germany. All these tournaments in Germany and the host nation qualification field isn't as strong as the European qualifiers. It's really hard to get through these European qualifiers. You've got like Vincent van der Voort,
100.
Barney will sometimes turn up, and all these exciting young Dutch players. And despite that, Wattimena keeps getting through, and that is a real top effort from the machine gun to do that. He's going to come under some pressure here if Chizzy can fire in a big score, though, and he's found the treble 19 and does so again.
134.
And there's real pressure on this now. The 108 for Wattimena needs to find a treble. Doesn't find treble 16.
72.
Struggling to keep up with the man here as he
48.
races around the ball.
The machine gun living up to his name, beating the camera to it.
It's rat-a-tat-tat stuff when Jermaine Wattimena's on the arcade. Okay, he'll take the 8 for double top. Right on the wire, bends it.
John the
I tell
third
you
leg.
what,
Dave Chisnall.
you got 2 darts in hand and you're looking at double
first.
top. If you're going to miss, that
Game on.
first one was perfect, and the second one was used to absolute perfection as well.
Back-to-back legs for Chizzy, has the break, 2-1, he leads. Just taking a moment again here.
100.
A little bit frustrated with himself there, Dave Chisnall.
You mentioned that tournament
60.
win in Barnsley that he had when he'd flown back from one World Series to go and play and then flew off the very next day. That was his 11th PDC title, Dave Chisnall. Does have a European Tour title to his name as well, but you've got to go back to
56.
2013 in Hildesheim for that win. So it's been a while since he's tasted glory on the Euro Tour, although, as I've already
45.
articulated, he has had some very good results on the European Tour, even though he hasn't come away with the trophy that he wanted. He's got lovely runners-up prize.
Yeah.
57.
Yeah, he won the German Darts Championship in 2013, beating Peter Wright 6-2 in the final. Reached the final of that tournament
95.
again, and the European Open in 2012, the year before. Quarter-finalist here last year, losing 6-4 to Kim Huybrechts in the last 8. Kim Huybrechts lurking again in the draw, a clear and present danger, seeded 3
100.
on stage against Joe Cullen in the final match of the night.
Yeah, saw Kim Huybrechts going through.
100.
Well, I can't imagine even Kim, who is a particularly effervescent character on stage. He'll have to go some to be
58.
more animated than he was in the players' room when he was watching his big brother Ronnie play, because Ronnie, he lost in the end to Robert Thornton 6-4, but he should have at least taken it to a deciding leg where he would have had the throw. And Kim was, I was terrified he was going to chuck a chair through the window at times. He was up and down, he was saying things in, I don't know, Flemish. I didn't understand him. I don't think they were good.
50. Jermaine, you require 96.
Just the 50 for Chiz, leaves 80. 96 could be going in 2. Well, it's going to have to be all 3 for Jermaine.
78.
And he misses inside. This
Dave, you
could
require
have been
80.
easier for Chiz. Can he make it look easy? 20 for tops. Moves to the left. Wants to get out of the way of that big gold javelin that
Dave
he's just
John, the
chucked.
fourth
And that
leg.
is
Dave
expertly done for
Fifth leg
Dave
is Jermaine to
Chisnall.
throw first. Game on.
Yeah, he's certainly found his feet now, Dave Chisnall. Lost the opening leg. It was a hold of throw for
140.
Wattimena, but ever since then it's been all Chizzy, who reached the final in Perth in the final World Series event. He beat Gary Anderson and Barney en route before losing to Michael van Gerwen. It was his first appearance in a final in 5 attempts on the World Series circuit.
108.
He's certainly putting all that experience to good use here. Bounced back
100.
very, very well indeed. It was his second defeat by Van Gerwen in a televised final this year as well, following that defeat in the Masters in January.
Cheers.
Chizzy.
Ah, cheers.
140.
That's another one.
Look at that. for a man who scores massively
81.
and occasionally has problems on his doubles, it's not really been an issue for him. He's thrown 2 180s. He hasn't had any ton 40-plus scores other than that, Dave Chisnall. This might be one.
145.
Beautifully done. Teeing it up for a double 18.
For a 10-dart leg, which is as good as we've seen this weekend. It was very nearly bettered in the last game by Michael Smith, but he missed double 12 for a 9-darter.
Not the 10-dart leg, but 11 or 12 will do.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Dave Chisnall.
And that will do very nicely for Chizzy. A 12-dart break of throw. It's 4 on the spin for Chiz. And he is looking very, very good now.
Yeah, he certainly is.
129.
Wattimena averaged only 86 in that win yesterday against Dazvani. Suspected then that he needed to massively improve
58.
on that, and he's just not found any opportunity to put Chizzy on the ropes here. He's hurrying his way through this one at the moment.
49.
As he strays into the 5s for a 49.
Yeah, looks like this run of
100.
second round exits may be continuing for Jermaine Wattimena, yet to make the last 16 final day of action on the European Tour. This would be his 4th second round
99.
exit. Not over just yet, but
No.
Chizzy just seems to be growing
45.
in this game.
And even when Chizzy does have a below par visit, Wattimena isn't really doing anything about it.
Yeah, he's averaging below 90 himself. And there, Chizzy fires in a 134, leaves him 90 after 12 darts, and looks pretty good. Even, well,
100.
yeah, needed a 140 to
190.
get down to a finish, Wattimena. So Chiz, he can go whichever route he wants. Maybe treble 18 here. That's what he was looking at.
50.
And that will leave him double top, which he's already hit a couple of times in this match, and it would be 5 legs on the spin for the
140.
world number 9.
Debut
For a
required
5-1
40.
lead, and to go within 1 leg of the last 16. Double 10.
Game shot on the 6th leg.
Dave Chisnall.
7th leg is Jermaine to throw first.
Motoring
Game on.
into the final day of action here, it appears.
And already it looks as though Wattimena
36.
is perhaps getting himself ready for Mulheim next weekend instead. Like I say, he has already qualified. The qualifiers for Mulheim took place here on Thursday night. Came through that fairly comfortably as well.
97.
Janos Vexo, by the way, who he beat in the qualifying for this tournament, did later go on to qualify for Mulheim as well. The first Hungarian to appear on the European Tour, because Nandor Bezek, I'm surprised, never actually qualified before.
Did we not have Patrick Kovac make the European Tour?
Not according to the PDC website.
81.
Maybe I've made this up. I thought we saw Patrick Kovac make an appearance. He was Nandor Bezek's Hungarian World Cup
60.
darts partner, but I may be wrong.
But we've got Austrians, Belgians, Dutch, Spanish and Hungarian.
And what in that particular?
For Mulheim next
Oh,
weekend.
well,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. Because Ronnie Hybrex is back. Dimitri van den Berg qualified as well.
139.
Qualified.
Dimitri van den Berg just won one of the youth tour events today, the development tour as it's known now. Josh Payne winning the other one today.
58.
2 today, 2 tomorrow.
Yep, September, we've said this weekend is this is the start of a very, very busy month indeed for the world of darts at various levels.
And this is turning into a bit of a stroll for Dave Chisnall. He was 1-0 down, remember, and looks set to
58.
rattle off 6
Debut
consecutive
44.
legs. Is it 12 for double 16? That's the route. And
Game
that's
shot.
the dart,
And the
and it's a
match.
14-darter
Dave
to round things off. And Dave Chisnall has done a very professional job there. A 6-1 win against Jermaine Wattimena, and the man who was joint favourite for the title before play started today has just underlined why that was the case. Chizzy will take on Andy Bolton, who knocked out the seeded player Alan Norris earlier on today. When they return for the last 16 action tomorrow afternoon, we've got 4 more spots in the last 16 up for grabs. Snakebite Peter Wright, the other man who shared the honour of being joint favourite for the title, will take on Steve West in a repeat of their second round meeting in Dusseldorf, where West missed 4 match darts against him. Simon Whitlock against Devin Peterson. Kim Huybrechts against Joe Cullen is the final match of the night. But coming up next, this is one that certainly Paul Nicholson, our co-commentator, highlighted as probably the game of the day. It is Chris Dobie, who was spectacular in the opening round with an average in excess of 102, taking on the Cobra, Jelle Klaassen.
Gestern noch Jeff Wiedeswan bezwungen. Heute keine Chance gehabt gegen Dave Chisnall. Dave, congratulations. Quite warmer here. Satisfied with your match?
Late on in the game I played okay, but early on I couldn't find the treble. So I had to play downstairs on the 19s and they was going in. That kept me going.
You played the World Series in Australia, Perth and Sydney. I saw pictures, it looked terrible. It took you had a great time there.
Yeah, I had a good time. Not as good as this though. I did okay there, but he didn't play his best, so he let me off and I just capitalised and I won the game.
Okay. See you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Dave Chisnall. Chizzy.